My name is Robin Chakrabarti. I am an SFU alumni. Did my MBA at SFU on the Hill and also met my wife at SFU. Applying to play sports, and I loved hockey, so I played a lot of hockey, and that was by far my primary sport. Hockey or any team sport, it's probably a great learning for business. Probably as important, if not more important than the schooling I received, was the ability to learn to win together, to lose together, to understand the importance of roles and responsibilities, and that the team works better when everybody does their role, and that you get greater good because of it. So in a team environment, 1 + 1 can equal 3. In team sports, hockey in particular in Canada really teach those values, because not only do you have to learn to win, but more importantly, you learn to lose, and you learn that the lack of effort or lack of dedication to a goal can cause you to lose. And so I think team sports are very important for people to play as their kids and even as adults. It helps to reinforce socialization. I'd say actually probably when I started university, I went back to do a summer job as a pizza delivery guy. I worked at Domino's, and Domino's still has great pizza, so I encourage everyone to order from there. Although I did end up later working for Boston Pizza. But I got to know the franchisee a little bit. And one of the things I learned there, which I just told this story the other day to new franchisees, was the importance that every customer matters. And whether it's retail, whether it's a direct-to-consumer business, whether you're selling business to business, or even dealing on the internet, every customer is important, because you build your business one customer at a time. And that light bulb went off for me when I was a delivery guy, and it was 1:30 in the morning on a Wednesday night in Barrie, not a lot going on, and I asked the owner, I said, why are we still open? You could have sent me home an hour ago, and I would have only missed one delivery. You would have been able to shut down and gone home to see your family. And he explained to me that the philosophy that Domino's practiced at the time and that he really believed in was that if that customer phones and you're not open for business at 1:30, they're going to go somewhere else. And then when they order on a Friday night or a Saturday night, they're now possibly going to go to your competitor, and that you need to stay open till 1 or 2. Even for a couple customers, it's about that repeat business over time. So keeping that customer happy, making sure they're a lifelong customer rather than just a customer once. So that was a really important lesson. It was one of those things I always remember because it set the light bulb off for me. There's all kinds of things you either consciously or subconsciously have to decide. I don't think you necessarily know that the day you leave university. And I, for one, for sure, as I said, when I went from high school to McMaster, didn't know what I wanted to do. I couldn't have told you. When I went from McMaster to SFU, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Even when I graduated SFU, I graduated and went to work for TD Bank. It wasn't that I'd grown up wishing or dreaming of being a banker. It was that the opportunity presented itself, and I walked through the door on it, and it turned out great for me. I wouldn't say too intense, but I mean, my father's a doctor, my sister's a doctor, my mom was a nurse. There was a fair bit of pressure to go into the medical field. And when I was with the bank, there was a lot of pressure to stay in the bank. As I said, I was lucky to work with a lot of great people in the bank who taught me a lot, and because of that, my career flourished. And those same people who helped me to flourish wanted me to stay in the bank, and they laid out a great career path in the bank. In the end, I really wanted to test myself, and so I formed a great relationship with this bottled water client who I ended up going to work for as VP Finance and Treasurer. So there's always pressure to kind of do the status quo, I find, in life, or stay where you are without risk. But as I like to say, the greatest risk is not taking one. And so once in a while, you have to kind of push yourself out of your comfort zone and take that risk. My advice, if you fear mistakes, is don't fear mistakes. That would be my first advice, because they are going to happen. You're 100% right. I go back to, as I learned in the bank, was CYA, which was cover your, and you can fill in the blank, which is everybody makes mistakes, and 9 out of 10 companies and 9 out of 10 managers and 9 out of 10 groups of peers are supportive of people who make mistakes, as long as you tell them with enough advance warning that they can help you. Everybody makes mistakes. It's how you deal with the fact you made a mistake is what's important. If you try to hide it, that's when mistakes burn you, because when a mistake is hidden and it carries on for a few days in business or a week or 2 weeks, and then it comes out, then it looks bad on you. But if you make a mistake, you delivered your boss a report with an error in it, just fess up to it as quickly as possible, accept your mistake, and then carry on and fix it. As long as you fix your mistakes and you're honest about them, there's no need to be afraid of them. There is nobody perfect in this world. My advice is make sure you realize you're only young once, have fun, and realize that life is long. And that was something that the chairman, a Dutch gentleman, chairman from the water company, used to say to us when we were mad at somebody. You know, whatever it was, he would just say life is long, and as long as you work hard and you have integrity and you enjoy life, life is long, and things will work out for you in the end. And I always tell my kids, life's a roller coaster. So you have ups and downs, and you have ups and downs, but over time these ups and downs are going up the whole time. And that's how I try to explain it to my kids. And so you're going to have tough courses, you're going to have great courses, you're going to have jobs you want, you don't get interviewed for, you're going to have jobs you don't want, you do get interviewed for, and it's okay, because as long as you're enjoying yourself and you're learning, keep at it and things will work out in the end. But always be flexible, always be positive, and have enthusiasm for life, and it'll be good.